Is the most disturbing thing you've seen while camping? 1. On returning from a morning walk to a campsite where a batch of teens under my care were sleeping under the stars, there was a big guy going from sleeping bag to sleeping bag, lifting the bags and looking in, even managing to unzip one far enough to get a glimpse of underwear. I stepped into sight and cleared my throat loudly. He looked at me and put his hand on a large knife he was wearing. I was leaning against my car, by the door I'd left open earlier when grabbing my camera, and my .22 rifle was lying on the back seat. I leaned in and pulled it out, then cleared my throat again. The low-life scum actually scoffed and lifted the edge of another sleeping bag. I racked the bolt, which spit around on the ground, but the sound told anyone with a brain that there was now a round in the chamber. He stopped and stared, so I slowly lifted the rifle. He took another step, so I sighted in on him, center of the chest, and said quietly, "Leave." I tracked him as he moved, and he finally got the hint that he really ought to be somewhere else. Several of the kids had been watching, and asked if I really would have shot him. I could only say, absolutely. For a long time I had nightmares where I actually had to shoot to get him to stop. I now think sometimes when I remember it, if only we'd had cell phones then, I could have gotten a picture as well. 2. I was at Emerald Bay Boat Camp, off Lake Tahoe, and my friend Alex and I were the last two awake, having a couple of beers by the campfire. Per park regs, we had already put every last scented thing away in the bear boxes, even down to toothpaste and bug spray. The only scented things we had were a beer apiece in our hands, and 2 empties in a trash bag by our feet. We were very engaged in conversation, but suddenly Alex gets an odd look on his face and says, "Don't freak out. There's a bear right next to you." He needn't have worried about me freaking out. I have a trait, seemingly inherited, where I get very calm when the SHT hits the fan. I stood up slowly, took one long slow stride to the other side of the fire pit, while Alex did the same, and turned back. Indeed, there had been a bear right next to me. From where I had been sitting, I could have reached out and given him a noogie. It was a juvenile black bear, maybe 300-350 pounds, and juvenile is not a good thing in this area as they are more volatile, so the noogie would have been ill-advised. The bear was checking out the trash bag with the empties. He was not moving with urgency. It was as if he already knew that there was no nutrition to steal and hurry off with, but the bag smelled good, so he just wanted to play with it for a bit. Alex and I both knew the routine for scaring off a black bear, but this little guy was just focused on the trash bag, and there was nothing harmful that he could find. So, we flashed a look at each other, which was a silent agreement not to bother him. We watched him, not even 10 feet away, just fool around with the bag and sniff it. He played for maybe 2 minutes, then finally he glanced up at us, seemingly remembering we were there, and ambled off, unhurriedly. It's a treasured memory, watching this majestic wild animal at play, by firelight, standing near the shore of one of the most beautiful bays on earth. 3. When I was 14, my family went on a camping trip which included a couple of nights at Yellowstone. As we entered the park, there were a lot of people in orange vests. We were told that those people were searching for a 3-year-old boy who wandered away from his parents. Yellowstone is full of bears. The boy was never found. Then a bear sniffed at our tent at sunrise. My father went outside and chased the bear away. He'd never done something so brave in his life.